Who are you? Who am I? Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of Guiding D-Light. Remember, we are guiding D-Light together. As the light structures rise on this planet, doesn't it not feel so good, right? Don't get no better than this. Hope you guys have been doing well. Can't believe a month's gone by since I've came to you guys and had a broadcast. Was planning on going live, but that didn't really work out. So you know what? Now you're getting a well thought out planned video. Man, there's been so much going on. We went through this eclipse season. We've got these changes of progression going, right? New cycles beginning, and it's just a little bit of that old stuff, right? Burning away. So I'd say a little bit of everyone's been through the ringer, but now it's time to focus in on you. Because remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Or only you can prevent dark entities from affecting your frequency and vibration. So we're going to break that down a lot. We're going to get into some other things. But the first thing I want to start is the dreamscape, right? One thing I noticed was really crazy about last Thursday or so, somewhere in that time frame, where there was these dreams that were going on, and it was like these Taliban or terrorists were in our dreams, and they were killing us. And there was a lot of fear mongering going on within the dreamscape itself. So a lot of people weren't dreaming. A lot of people were shutting off. But in the same sense, if you were good enough to have that vision, what I found was interesting is that war took out in the dreamscape land. Woke up the next day and quite a few people had passed away. So that was kind of interesting too. Obviously, when you're lucid dreaming and you get in those situations and you just kind of go through it and you don't show fear, but then you also can navigate, is very interesting. Since then, the dreams have been vacation, right? I love having dreams on vacation. Like supermarkets, we're swimming, we're boating, everything that we love to do. So dreamscapes over the last 4 or 5 nights have been fantastic, if you know what I mean. But in the same sense, I found it very interesting how that fear and those different synchronicities of those dreams and how it reflected in the reality around us, right? We lost some very influential people over the last 5-6 days. Or 5-6 days ago, during that time frame, we did lose quite a few people. One of the few that stick out was Bobby Knight. What was another one? One of the Truth Seekers. Quite a few people did video on him. Can't even think of his name right now. But yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people passed away, but in the same sense, what happens when they pass away, right? They go to pave the way for us, right? You kill me, I'm going to become stronger, right? In the same sense, if you take me out of this corporeal body, I'm going to be more alive and free than ever, right? So be careful what you wish for, but in the same sense, understand the life after this, or the life that's simultaneously happening after this, how expansive our energies are once we leave these bodies, right? Because the body is just a container for the soul. It's a beautiful thing that we can contain ourselves into these bodies. But in the same sense, the human experience, this reality, the 5 senses, the good tastes and textures of the world, I mean, we've got to enjoy it, right? So if you're bahumboing and you're saying you can't do certain things because you got to live a certain life and walk a straight and narrow line, you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. Go out and have some chocolate, okay? It's going to be fine. But anyways, what I really want to break down to you guys is taking responsibility for your energy, right? Because remember, only you can prevent forest fires. When I say only you can prevent forest fire, you can be the one who lights the fire inside you that is devastating, that burns down all the structures of creation and all the structures of magnification, magnificence that you have built in your life, right? You can crumble it down in one bad moment, one foul swoop, right? It takes so much time to lose weight, right? It takes effort, it takes commitment, it takes dedication, it takes diligence, discipline, right? All the D's. But in the same sense, how much work that goes into losing that weight, right? And then literally, you can put it all back on in a week, right? If you just kind of get undisciplined, have that meltdown or whatever, or you literally just kind of give up, right? So the same thing that can happen energetically when we build our frequencies, as we raise our frequencies, as we raise our baselines, yeah, we don't fall as low or as often lower than that baseline frequency. But in the same sense, if we allow the outside distractions to kind of contradict how our frequency is, it's going to lower our vibration, right? So our vibration is that natural state at the baseline, right? The frequency is what drives us up and down. Obviously, when you stay in higher states of frequency, you can move energy faster and you can raise those peaks of frequency. But really what I'm trying to understand, want you to understand, is these basic peaks of frequencies, you're lowering yourself because you're watching the news or you're doing this. And as you lower your frequency, you're lowering your baseline. So that means it's harder to get back to that sensuous joy state that you want to be in, right? So what I like to say is, if you're getting in those lower frequencies, what's going to happen too is you're attracting lower frequency things in your life. You're allowing it to be within your bandwidth, right? Because there's all these bandwidths. And if you can raise your frequency and you can get out of the collective bandwidth, well, then you're more free, right? You're more in that Zen energy, but in the same sense, you're setting yourself apart because you're out of the collective consciousness. I believe that is one of the key factors in what we need to do moving forward. That's why I've dedicated myself and my power and my light to stay up in that high frequency. Now, unfortunately, when we do lower our frequency, we bring things in that we no longer desire, things that we disciplined and gotten rid of. Now that we're in this lower state of frequency, we're allowing it to come back in. And unfortunately, if we allow it to come back in, then we kind of possess it a little bit in a way. So to understand when we lower our frequency, not to allow certain things to come in, and then obviously take control and responsibility of frequency and raise the bar back up, right? Like I said, coming through these different solar eclipses and everything's been kind of wishy-washy with the energies. It's been very interesting how when these cycles break down, we kind of got to relive what took us through that whole cycle, right? So if we allow that whole reliving of that cycle and we consume ourselves into what we didn't want and we just focus on that, we're drawing that back in. Because remember, it all starts right here. What you think is what you create. So if you're thinking you're not going to get to the next step until you do A, B, or C is going to come back. And then if you're like, well, I thought I was here, but A, B, C, and D is happening again. So now you got to go through A, B, C, D. So I guess one of my main tips of advice from what I've seen in my personal experience in my journey is don't build those roadblocks, right? Because you are everything you are right now, right? Breathe that in, right? Tell me how good it feels, right? You are everything right now. I know sometimes it's like, oh, there's so much going on in life. There's everything. Yes, I get the same way, right? I'm working as a engineer. I do different things. I have to go put myself out there. I have to do certain things with the family. Or I'm saying I have to. I choose to. But in the same sense, it's a responsibility that I put on myself. So, okay, I have to. See, it's very interesting how you craft your words and you manipulate your own self-thought and true belief system, right? If you understand these simple concepts, it can really propel you in the future. But obviously, not creating the roadblock is just huge. Because if you put something of a limitation in front of you, you're going to have to conquer the limitation. And then what, right? So for me, and this happened years back, was to make the choice that says, I am all that I am, right? Or I am everything I need to be. Or I am everything I am now, right? The I am presence and stating that, but then also claiming it and walking it, right? Saying, there's no more that I can learn. There's no more that I can do that's going to make me pure because I'm already pure. And then once I had the understanding of the pureness, I became pure, right? That's why I always say everything I touch turns to gold. And everybody's like, well, you touched it and it's not gold. And I'm like, no. See, to a linear mind, it's still the metal handle, the wooden desk. But from a quantum perspective, it's been quantumized into gold, right? So as we raise our vibration, as we expand our DNA, I've made videos about this in the past, what's happening? Our multidimensionality is expanding as well. But as our multidimensionality and our DNA rises, well, now we have a greater effect on the quantum, right? The things that we can't see that affect our realities. So as we intermingle with those and we create, right? We are creators. As we create those fairy dust moments, then we can go back and reflect on it and remember, okay, certain situation here I'm not getting the desired outcome, but if I do this and I quantumly allow a shift of this energy to come to me, then it shall be. So very important, guys. Do not make roadblocks. Obviously, get into your quantum space and create abundance around you, right? Whew. It feels good to be back on the mic. You guys missed me? I missed you guys. Like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. It's not been an easy journey. It's kind of intriguing too, because I've seen some of these people been doing this for 20, 30 years plus, and they're like, these last few months, this last year has been literally the toughest of times that they've ever experienced. So think about that. If you're really just a new up and coming, I think I've been going, almost 7 years now. Really? That's even hard to believe. But even for me, the trials and tribulations of life have been interesting, but nothing's really pushed me as far as my baseline coming back down, my frequency coming back down, right? Because I've had this angelical presence, this high energy. I attained it, I achieved it, I'm sitting there, and it just seemed like for such the longest time, it was hard to get back into that state without doing some type of medication. Do not take the medication. Make your own medication, aka quantum charged water. Ooh, there's a hint. Whoo! All right, here we go. So I'm change it up a little bit, pull some cards, and then I'm going to get back into some other stuff that I want to tell you guys. Listen, there's been so much on my mind. It's been crazy. I mean, literally, these new beginnings, there's a little bit of this karma cycle that's ending. Unfortunately, some of us are not adept at the karma. But fortunately enough for me, I have escaped some karma. So by being a karma buster, I'm going to help you. Don't be a people pleaser, right? For the longest time in my life, I wanted everybody to love me. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted all these friends. When I changed that narrative and I just said, I don't care if you like me or not, I just want you to respect me. Okay? That's when I got the respect I deserve. And when you get the respect you deserve, well, that's when things are attracted to you, right? So obviously, starts in the mind, carries out, goes through. I got nothing but love for you. So the collective consciousness, the way I'm seeing it, it's like a braided rope, okay? There's all these thought patterns, there's all these streams of information and consciousness in a rope, okay? And then you are outside that. Your rope connects, but in the same sense, you're on your own trajectory, right? If you have a partner, then those two paths come out of that collective consciousness, and now you guys are, on your own trajectory. Well, when you open up space and you allow people in your space, it allows those strings or those consciousness waves of frequency to interweave with your circles. So if you're holding a ton of space for everybody and you got a wide open heart like I normally do, right? I very literally clear and break things off of me. But lately it's been absolutely critical to make sure it's just me and my intermediate family and those frequency bands, right? Because here's what happens. Somebody gets up into your frequency band, you're holding space for them, and then they feel like that is the true source of creation. And unfortunately, they come to that pivot of that frequency and that energy to feel that connection of source. But in the same sense, they're just diluting your source. So to bring those back, to clear, to take control of your energy and control what you allow into your fields and allow that energy to go back in the collective and they go get in their own little loop. Not only does it free up your energy and it brings more harmonics and more God source to you, but in the same sense, it allows them to go achieve their own God source, right? So it's kind of tough love, right? Not everything can be love and light. There's tough love. There's tough lessons that need to be learned. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you take the responsibility, well, the better off you're going to be. And to those out there who are taking the responsibility, you're vibrating, you're flying, you're like, yeah, when's he going to get onto it? All right, here we go. Collective energy reading. We got a lot of brothers and sisters going to Vegas this weekend, so I'm definitely going to have to tune into that. I've got 3 kids, a beautiful wife, and I got lots of responsibilities, so I will not be making the travel this year. But I'm thinking, how can I make this happen? So we're definitely going to reach out and do some kind of speaker negotiations and obligations. Anybody out there who is interested in having me come out and be a speaker, I think just the cover of airfare and some hotel, I don't know, pretty much do it for free. But in the same sense, I put a very expansive presentation together about the DNA, and I've been practicing it. You know, it's very interesting how the PowerPoint can help me stay on topic, but in the same sense, show pictures and structures. So that way we can get the linear mind connected to the multidimensional, blend it all together, and you get this clear identity, this clear evidence of, okay, I can understand this, I can relate to it, I can use this, right? That's been one of the hardest things on my journey, guys, is learning out how to use this. I mean, being a deity and just having all this energy sporadically course through my veins, but yet I have all these limitations that I put on me with my belief systems and stuff. But not only that, it's like I have all this energy. I've done all this internal work. Where's the Lafetio, right? Hasta la Lafetio. That's money in a different language. But yeah, so here we go. Collective reading. Quit rambling on. Like I said, I'm just so excited to see you guys. We got a lot of things going on. I'm excited for everybody that's going out to Vegas. I really am. I hope they have the time of their lives. Obviously, getting that many light workers, light warriors, high vibrational people together in one area, it's definitely going to be good for everyone. So as we transition to these higher waves, we're getting closer to the Christmas spirit. And as that Christmas spirit comes through, well, guess what? That's the magic, right? Jolly old fat Saint Nick. But really, oh, Papa, it's the energy of Saint Nick himself. The energy and the love of Christmas. So, I don't normally do this, but we might as well show the popper. Whoo! Alright. We had 4 cards pop out. Action! We got to take the action. We got to get in the 7th chakra. We got to open our crowns and expand because there's a storm coming. But if we're in our higher consciousness, we're allowing our crowns to expand into the higher realms. We're bringing in this higher information. We avoid the storm. And the woman holding the coin. So bam, we're going to find the woman with the coin. Put that back in there. That was weird. But that is not the reading. We're going to go with the traditional pull. But that was interesting. All right, stay with me. You guys still with me? I got some big changes coming up for myself too. I'm looking forward to it. We get in a lot of play, swimming, fun during the summertime. It's really, as a Leo, it's my turn to really break in a way. So come winter, there's all kinds of great things going on. But in the same sense, I'm just able to get more work done like this, making videos, doing stuff that's indoor related. During the summertime, not only am I swimming, playing, having fun, but we're also gardening, we're canning. There's literally so much going on. I really should just make videos and have you guys walk through me with that because it is fun. So, whatever you want to call it, bottom of the deck, kind of the overall message of the reading. Oh man, what a gay glare. There you go. We've got the 3rd solar plex chakra, okay? The I am presence, your power. All your powered system is in that solar plex. So let's take a big deep breath. Let's breathe into that solar plex, right? Let's fill that solar plex up. 3rd chakra, Archangel Kemuel. Nothing fancy to him, right? He's just got wings, but look at the energy. Look at the energy coming off of his head, right? So, it's obviously we need to get our energy inside, but this is what's going on. Remember the templed path. Look how beautiful that is. Remember the sacredness and the temple path that we're on. Number 12 makes a 3. I'll be damned. Number 13, the very next card in the deck, financial constraints. And then the other one is rest and rejuvenation. Okay, so stay on the temple path. Do not let the financial constraints keep you up at night. Well, we all know things are crazy right now. I mean, I think a loaf of bread's like $8 in some places. Rest and rejuvenate. Don't allow that to distract you from your templed path. These financial constraints that we're going through, we're going to laugh about it later on in life, right? It's how we handle these financial constraints and how we stay on our templed path. We'll have the rest and rejuvenation we need. So what this is telling me, guys, is very important to get your rest and your rejuvenation right now, right? Don't be overcooking, burning the candle on both ends, because all these financial constraints can take you away from your rest and rejuvenation. You got to put a rest to your financial constraints. You have to rejuvenate your body, excuse me, by getting into your solar plex chakra and raising that energy. Woo! Got choked up back here. I ain't been back here so long, a little dusty. I got to do some housekeeping back here. Remember, let's stay on the temple path. As we stay on this temple path, that energy inside of us is only going to raise, right? But if we get away from the temple path, we start being, oh, wow's me, and I can't do this because I can't do that. Well, guess what? You just became I can't, right? The first step in going after something is believing it, right? As soon as you believe it, you're halfway there to achieving it. Think about that. As soon as you believe it, you're halfway there to achieve it. So if you believe you can't because of financial constraint, you won't. Why would you do that to yourself? Huh? I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I'm not going to say I'm perfect over here, but in the same sense, I'm pointing it out. Let's look at it. Let's think about it. Okay, this is what's going on. Let's be smart. Because it all starts in here, right? Your brain, your thoughts, drives your patterns of your frequency. If your frequency's crap, it's going to lower your vibration. If you're lower vibration, it's going to be hard to get on a higher frequency. If you can't get on a higher frequency, then your vibration is going to suck. Plain and simple. Yeah, my vibration sucked a lot over the last couple of months. But in the same sense, I have the awareness to bring my frequency up, to raise my vibration and get into a vibratorial state where all of the beams of my fiber are vibrating. Right? We talk about it being a muscle. We talk about this practice. You know, I could push so much more power through myself than I could 5 years ago. Right? I can literally get my whole body tingling and I can feel myself lift up off out of my chair or my bed, right? Because I'm pushing so much frequency and energy through my body, I'm literally vibrating. You know, when I did that 5-6 years ago, it was just a subtle tingle or here and there, or maybe the crown, when you could really feel it expand open, right, and tingle and radiate out. I'm talking the whole body radiating, the whole body vibrating at a high frequency. That, brothers and sisters, is where we want to be. How do we get there? We don't say I can't, and I won't, and I do, and allow all these barbarical things that don't even matter to control us and to keep us in a lower vibrational state, right? We ultimately are choosing. This is the hardest thing I've got to understand in my life, is that I chose certain things, and I'm choosing it. It's like, well, I didn't really choose this. No, but you allowed it, right? So don't allow these things to be affected in your consciousness. This whole stuff that's going on out there with across the seas and stuff, I'm paying no attention to it. The election crap, paid no attention to it. And guess what? We got the desired outcomes and results we wanted in the election. Ohio, I don't know if you guys heard, they're doing amazing, great things. State is taking off. I always said Ohio is the heart of America, right? And as I'm going to work the other day, I look up, they changed the exit sign on the blue arch on 70 going westbound. And it says, please come back to the heart of it all. How cool is that? I've been saying Ohio is the heart of it all for at least 5 years. I mean, we've got like 3 capital cities. Not only that, just the amount of people in this state that actually produce goods and drive the economy. It's mind blowing how much of an economy Ohio is in itself, right? A lot of people want to look at New York and California and stuff. Well, they're overpriced and there's not really a middle class. Ohio is made of the middle class, the heart of America. So it's really cool to see those reflections of what I've been, you could say creating in a way, but in the same sense, jiving to, vibrating with. Like, this is how I see it. This is my reality. This is what I'm feeling. And now, boom, things around me are happening. Things around me are exciting. Right? So we can find a little bit of excitement. We can find that passion and that drive to keep going. Another thing is goal setting. I can't express how important goal setting is. Some of you are like, oh God, I'm going to quit listening. But no, listen to me. Goals are so important because what do goals do? They reward you when you achieve them. You get that endorphin. You get a feeling that is so great when you achieve a goal, right? And I'm not talking like, oh, I got to be a millionaire. Like, that's probably one of the stupidest goals you could ever have. If you want to be a millionaire, figure out how to help a million people, right? Your goal is I'm going to help a million people. But that's a different tangent. What I'm getting at is small, attainable goals, right? That's why I'm going to go mow the grass. The goal is to go mow the grass. And then you get done mowing the grass and you got the smell of fresh grass and it looks like a golf course. It just looks so pretty. Holy shit. What is that? Damn. A big ass mama bee came up in here. Where the hell did that thing come from? Whew. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm scared of bees, but damn. I look like a queen bee to me. Anyways. Oh, man, that sidetracked me. I'm allergic to bees, so that's why I'm a little skittish on them. I don't fear them, but in the same sense, I don't really care for them. All right, so there you go. Something else I got to learn. But no, the goal setting, okay? Small, attainable goals. Once you can have that small, attainable goal and you can achieve it, you build these endorphins and you learn how you can get things done, stay disciplined to achieve the goal, right? That is really one of the driving factors in a life, right? You know, I had so many goals when I started this YouTube video that I was going to make videos and stuff. I've really done nothing towards the YouTube goal-wise. You know, I kind of just let it go. But in the same sense, it's unique that I took that focus on getting to so many subscribers or doing this or doing that. I took that pressure off myself and like, I haven't made a video in over a month and we got 2 new subscribers. So if you're one of the new subscribers, what's up? Welcome to Guiding Delight. I hope you find this stuff inspirational and inspiring. Make sure you share it out if you do. But I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Although this bee, I'm torn what to do. Because we shoot these videos live where there is no editing or recording. We do it like a live show because we want you to have the live energy, right? It's very cool how we can put ourselves out there and do certain things through voice and recognition and recording and stuff. But the frequencies and the gelness of the quantumness that goes in to the codex of the recording device. Pretty cool. All right, so we talked about goals. We talked about dreams. Dang, it's a little dusty back here. Could use some fresh air. Hold with me. I got one more topic. It's beautiful. I'm just going to crack this door, see if this bee goes out. I'm telling you, that sucker's like that big, man. Almost looks like a cicada killer. Who knows what the hell. But anyways, this topic right here is very near and dear to me. I should probably make a whole new video upon it. But since I'm not having the opportunities with the restrictions that I have within my life, I got to get it off my chest right now. We are literally going back in time to when that eclipse happened in 2017 on my birthday. That was a beautiful, uplifting energy. I mean, it literally felt like a high out of this world, okay? Just consciousness in the energy. Oh boy, here comes the dogs. Can't leave the door open. But it was beautiful, right? And then we had this thing called Ovid or something like that. That happened. And then we kind of like went our own ways. We all like scattered off of this collective. We're collecting, you know, we're ascending. The third eye and the pineal gland, like all that shifted to how can we survive, right? Almost to each state's own. So it was difficult. But that energy is coming back. Like, yes, we progressed in time. But we're going back to that high state of consciousness. And when April comes around this year and we have another great solar eclipse and X marks the spot across America, we're going to be in that higher vibrational state, right? So if you do all the dirty work, the cleanup right now, if you're collapsing certain paradoxes you didn't like, if you're taking care of your karma, if you're doing everything you can to start these new cycles, okay? When this consciousness and this energy rises over the next few months, pay attention during Christmas. It's going to lull out for a few. And then come March, we're going to be getting momentum. If you've done this work and you expand your chakras and you're working on your body and you're doing your breath work, you're getting this energy flowing through your body, you're going to be able to receive some of the biggest blessings that has ever hit this earth. And when that happens and you can allow that type of energy to flow through your body, you will never be the same. That's why I told people in 2017 when that eclipse happened, I said, I will never be the same. This is going to change my life forever. And it did. It brought me into YouTube. It made my consciousness expand. I upgraded my DNA and became so multifaceted, so multi-complex, so multi-dimensional that I couldn't even handle myself. I was like, whoa, can we turn this back a little bit? Like, I'm like, the animals are talking to me now in jail. Like, I'm way too connected. You know what I'm saying? So that is what's achievable. That's what's there. You know, I took the choice to descend a little bit because I was ascending at such a fast, rapid rate that I had a really hard time coping within reality, right? Became very manic and schizophrenic. But now that I've grounded out and I've come back into those states of consciousness, I'm grounded so I know how to shift through them. And I'm not just this flow of craziness, right? So that's another thing that's been big on my journey is learning how to ground this energy and not be so flighty, right? Don't keep all your energy in your third eye and your crown and just be expansive, right? These are your powerful chakras, right? But as I've said before, the three most powerful chakras only you can control. Your root, your sacral, and your solar plex. Those are the only three you can control. Now, yes, the higher angelical frequencies can alter, recode, reshape, remap those energies, but you have to work the energy up through them to connect, to bring that down into them, right? Only you can prevent forest fires. But in the same sense, only you can light the fire up underneath your chakras to make them all steam and get that energy flowing like a vortex and a toroidal field around you. Only you can do that. To anybody out there that just got lost with what I said, you are amazing. You're awesome. Your body's going through some harmonic changes. It's very crucial that you allow the things that bother you, the things that are on your nerves, to get off your nerves. And as you heal and clear your nerves, you allow more open connectivity to occur, right? Because ultimately we are the conduits for the Lord and the source energy. So keep that in mind, guys. But really, we are going back in time. I'm serious. I can feel it. I sense it. I've been talking to my higher self about it. We're literally getting back to that apex that we're at. And then we're going to go a notch above it. Like, how exciting is that? But if we're sitting here muddling around, worrying about our damn financial constraints, we're not getting our rest and rejuvenating, we're so far away from that templed experience coming to us in April, it's not even funny. It's literally like, it's time to get off the crapper and get your shit done. Like, we're in these new cycles. There's just a very few old cycles hanging on. And if you're using that as excuses, and you are limiting yourself. Now is the time to be the most expansive and most progressive that you can. Push as much energy and chi through your body so that way when this event happens in April, you can levitate off the ground. You can feel the highest frequency vibrational energy that's available to you in the current moment. Now, I'm not saying that that's not available to you right now. No, that's available to you right now. But that highest vibrational achievement moment that you do right now, feel it. Woo. Go ahead, feel it. Give them the highest vibrational frequency moment that they can feel right now. Feel that intensity, feel that expansiveness, okay? Yeah, hands are tingling. Whoo, feels great. It's going to be more intense than this. And that is the joy, that is the beauty of what we got to look for. So what is one of my goals? Stay in a high vibrational state. Allow myself to have a few moments throughout the week to get in a high vibrational stance and stay high vibrational. Right? Go to work, get beat up, everybody throws shade in my face, kind of beat me down, lower my frequency. Fine, vibration's still there. Come out, smile, leave work at work, come home, joy, kids, yay. Remember how you shift through this reality is very important. But the biggest remembrance that we need to remember, we are creators of our reality. Our reality might be different than those around us, but in the same sense, we create our reality. And when you understand that, when you obtain that, and when you live that, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, the feeling and the endorphins that you get in your body, it's a natural high. You don't need any drugs. You just take a big, deeper breath of fresh air. And then your mind, whatever it desires, can have. Because there's no limitations. Think about how complex your body is to begin with and all the cells that's in it. All the molecules of your DNA interacting. Right? It makes a structure. You cut me and I bleed. Then the blood clots and I heal. You don't have to think about that to do that. So think about that from a consciousness level of a frequency and an energy coming in. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, it is a magnificent time because we are in a new time. But in the same sense, we're reaching a point in our evolutional expansion that we have not felt on this planet. And for some of you old souls, you haven't experienced this for eons. No wonder you choose to be here in this moment. So with that, guys, I said, go out there, have a blessed rest of the week. Quit paying attention to all the distractions that are around you. Control what you can control. Focus on your inner bubble. Once you get your inner bubble figured out, watch the reality change around you. As the reality changes around you, be grateful, be compassionate, and just allow that energy to build, to snowball, and to consume you. And when you're in that consumption of that energy, it doesn't matter what everybody else does, because your reality is a bon appetit. Go out there and have a good meal. Do something that is great with these five senses. Experience life. Live it to the fullest. So excited. I just feel great now that I got all this off my chest. Cramming it in there. There's so much going on right now, guys. Be free. Be you. Stay true. And until next time, peace. Can't wait to see ya. No, seriously. You guys stay blessed. Stay awesome. Don't take no shit. Peace.